Today we're gonna focus on running. And what I wanna focus on with this warm-up is making sure that this is a very skill-based warm-up that you can use anytime before you go out to run and hopefully improve your ability to run in the future, okay? What we're looking at here is making sure that we first organize the core and then we learn to pull with the hamstring and use basically gravity to pull ourselves and propel ourselves forward. Running should feel nice and easy, and hopefully with this warm-up, it will for you as well. So starting out on the ground, we're gonna go into our core warm-up. The first movement is going to be the hollow rock. We're gonna start out with the back flat on the ground. Our feet are tight together. We can reach through to keep our back flat and just rock. The next movement is going to be the glute bridge. So we're gonna start out with our heels flat, laying back, drive the hips high, come down nice and controlled, and drive again. Focus on feeling this in the glute and hamstrings, and picking the toes up can really help this. Let's go back through that one more time. And the glute bridge. If you want to make this more challenging, we can pick one leg up, right? Put our knees together and then just drive up. All right, and back to our feet. First part of this we're gonna do is we're gonna be doing a Samson lunge to work on just open up the hip. Here we're gonna step forward, squeeze the glute, lean back, and then switch. Next, we're gonna do some scoops. So it's gonna work on more of the glute and hamstring here. We're gonna put the front foot forward, toes up. We're just gonna reach back and just take the hamstring through a range of motion. Now that we've kind of went through that range of motion, let's go ahead and begin to add some movement, elevate the heart rate. The first thing we do is a high knee. And side shuffle, good athletic position. Shuffle into the side. Okay, now let's transition to the skill portion of this. We talked about, we've got the general, we've got our core warmed up, we've got that general range of motion ready. Now we're gonna start working on the core, or the skill. Okay, so what we're gonna do, starting out, is learning to pull into this figure 4 position. So what this looks like, we're gonna start out, slight bend in the knee, hop in place. It's just like jumping rope here where our shoulders are back, our elbows are in. Okay, there's a slight lean where the weight is more on like the front of my foot, the heels are still down, but this is where I'm gonna be, okay? What we're gonna do here is we're gonna work on pulling straight up and really focusing on pulling with the hamstring, all right? And not driving up with the hip flexor. So we see this from the side. So in this position, I think about my heel getting pulled straight up to my butt, the opposite hand goes forward, and the same hand goes towards the hip. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. We're just gonna complete around 10 of these, one leg at a time. And then we're gonna switch. Now again, make sure that we're not driving this hip up. So this is what this would look like. And the foot's out in front of my leg. I wanna think about my foot being by my other knee, oh, wrong arm, and then switch. Once we have the hamstrings, we feel like we're really able to pull, and we do really wanna feel that in the hamstrings. We're gonna work on kind of adding a little balance and switching sides. So we're in that checked in position. We're gonna start out on one side, and then we're just gonna hop two. Again, the whole point of this is to really focus on pulling with the hamstring and staying balanced in the catch, okay? Now that we've kind of got the hamstring warmed up, let's work on kind of using gravity to propel ourselves forward. The first thing we're gonna do is called the lean and fall, or the hop drill. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, starting out in this position, we're hopping in place. And I'm just gonna lean forward and let gravity take me. This needs to be a controlled and gradual lean. So what we don't want is where we have to step forward or hinging at the hip. We really wanna have glute on, abs on, hop, and fall. Okay, we kind of can feel that gravity pulling us. Now we're gonna kind of put it together. We're gonna start out with that figure four position. We're gonna work on striking under the body and then just continuing out the jog. So I'm here, lean, and jog it out. Switch sides. So looking at that is what we're really looking at. Is I'm just gonna kind of pause here, because as I fall, boom, my foot is under my body, okay? I have this torso lean, okay, but I'm not hunched over, and the foot is under me, so when I go to pull up, I basically will continue to pull forward. So as you're here, let's do this again. Now that we've kind of put those together, you can kind of spend as much time on those drills as you need. Let's start working up to race pace. So what we're gonna do here is try to maintain that position of rib cage is down, glute is on, good forward lean, arm swing is straight forward, straight back. And start out at 60 to 70% of your race pace or your workout pace today, and then pick a distance of 15 to 20 meters. Jog it out, focusing on that technique. Take a second, jog back, and then continue that for 3 or 4 sets, building up to what the workout pace is today. Hopefully that'll help you kind of feel a little bit better about running. Try to maintain those positions as much as you can in your workouts today, and we look forward to improving our running over time with these drills.